Right then, this time, naan breads. Basically, it's a bread that you haven't got to prove that we can fry in a pan. That simple, really easy to do, super tasty. This one I'm just going to do on its own, maybe make it with a bit of a yogurt dip, serve it with a curry that you're going to make at home. Bowl, scales, strong white bread flour, okay? If you haven't got strong white bread flour, pasta flour will work. If you haven't got that, just straight plain flour. 250 grams, so half a teaspoon of salt, 250 grams flour, and into that 4 tablespoons of olive oil. Now this is a recipe. Dawn Kelly on Twitter, hello Dawn, said can you make an unleavened bread, so the bread that doesn't need proving basically, and this is it. This one, Dawn, is for you. And then into that, I'm going to put 100 mils of warm water. Roll your sleeves up and get working. Just with your fingers, kind of bring that together. Create this dough. And the more you work it, the better it'll be. So you just kind of work it through so that flour starts to take on all that moisture, the olive oil and the water. Just keep mixing it about like you just like a normal bread dough, okay? You kind of roll it around and you're making it nice and smooth. And once you've got this dough together, I'm going to cut that into, I reckon, 4. Roll them into our naan breads. A little bit of flour, press down, rolling pin, and just shape your bread. And in a pan, fairly hot, I'm just going to dry fry them. Just going to put the naan bread in and cook it like that. And whilst that's cooking, I'll roll these other ones out. Leave them to one side. The bread just beginning to cook, just beginning to puff up and dry out a little bit on one side, and that is perfect. Okay, so you can see bread's just beginning to puff up and cook. I'm just going to turn it over. The pan's now nice and hot, okay, so it's like you're putting it in the tandoor, so direct onto this really hot surface. Helps puff it up, helps cook it, but you just don't want to let it burn. It's very, very crucial, alright? So you can see the naan bread's now, it's kind of like a naan bread, pita bread thingy, it's puffed up. Here, just got a little bit melted butter. Now that could be flavoured, you can have garlic in it if you want. Just drizzle a bit of butter on, stick it on there. The next one, now this one I've rolled out just a little thinner. See if that cooks a little differently. Now obviously I'm from the south, right? So every now and then I venture up north. My wife's from up north. And I remember the first time I went for a curry up north with Beth and her family. It was late at night, it was with her sister actually, and we ordered a family size naan. Thinking, yeah, that'd be a big naan. I've never seen anything like it. It was ridiculous. It was like this big. It was amazing. I mean, if you want a naan bread, amazing, incredible. The biggest things you ever see. There we go. Much better. Thinner, crispier. See, practice makes perfect. Get them thinner and hotter. That looks like the trick. Thin and hot, like me. And there's little bits where they're burning and catching that kind of like charred bread flavour, like if you're putting it onto like charcoal, that's the sort of flavours that you want, that, but not actual burnt flavour all the way through the bread. It's a fine balance between getting that kind of bitterness and actually burnt bread. Now, whilst this one is going, I'm going to make a little mix of a yoghurt dressing. Very simple. Here I've got some low-fat yoghurt, 4 or 5 tablespoons of that. Into that I'm going to put a little bit of turmeric, half a jar of mint sauce, spoonful of that in, so it's got this lovely kind of acidity to it, and it's got sweetness, which is delicious. Here I've got some fresh mint, just a couple of bits of this, chop it up. I say fresh, yeah, that's my mint that's sat on the windowsill. Bit yellow, bit ropey, but it's perfect for this, alright? If you had some cucumber floating about, you could put that in there, mix it together. Nice little dressing like that. So you can see I would never ever get a job with Mr. Malik's. Malik's at Cookham, best curry house round here. Amazing. However, it's not a job for me. Making naan breads, mind you, practice, we might get there. That's it. That's the best one yet. Look, nice thin, bit more of that butter on it. There you have it. We've got varying degrees of naan bread goodness. The first one, practice, not so good, too thick, bit ropey. Next one, much better. All the way through to this last one, beautiful flat bread like that, really simple, really easy, super tasty. And if you've got stuff like that at home that you want cooking, or you want me to give you some ideas, please ask, let me know.